Hey guys, what's up? Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I've got a tutorial on how I use Maschine with Reason. Now, if you want to actually use Reason to control some of the devices in Maschine or Contact or any other virtual instrument library, you can do that, and I've made a tutorial on how that's done. But today, I'm not going to show you anything that works easily. This is just how I really tend to use them, because for me, Reason and Maschine sort of are very different beasts. And Reason, well, Maschine is really good. It's got great sounds, and it's really great at coming up with song parts quickly and arranging them quickly, but it is terrible at song arrangement, and it's not great for mixing or anything like that. So what I like to do is come up with an idea in Maschine and then basically just export it as a WAV file into Reason and edit it from there and sort of flush it out from there. So what I'm going to do right here, I've got my song in Maschine, even though this isn't really the full version of the song, but that's how we start it. So we've got the song, we've got this. The important thing is to select. You can do this with the Maschine controller or just clicking up along top to make sure that you actually select the whole part of the song that you want to export. Then you go to export audio on the file list. You go export, and the range is the loop, not the entire song. And instead of the master output, which would just do the final 2-bus mixdown, or the groups, which would do the whole drum kit, all the basses, you want to do the sound outputs. And so this is like the entire drum kit, although it's not done right on this song. And on this song, most of them, you know, in this horns group, I've got 3 different horns, so those will all be done different. There's nothing in group G, so we're not going to send that. And there's some options. We don't want to normalize it. We don't want to loop optimize. I do want to split by scene, because that's how I'm going to arrange it in Reason. And we want wave 44 and 16. That's how we're going to use it in Reason, so let's use it that way now. And now we hit export. Boop, pop, beep, pop, 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 boop. And so it's going to export each of these on a scene by scene basis, which is going to let me manipulate them and use them as loops a lot easier. And since the way I collaborate with people on hip-hop songs especially is sort of, we arrange the song as we go along, it's sort of easier for me to have a bunch of different loops. So from there, we close out Maschine. You can't have, we don't have anything to change. You can't have Maschine and Reason, or at least I can't have Maschine and Reason open at the same time on my computer if they're both using the same. And now, through the magic of time travel, we have opened up Reason, and we're going to import the audio files. And I save them here. Maschine 2. So let's start with, the scenes are all backwards on this song, but so let's turn off autoplay for your sakes. So the other thing we have to do, we want to collect all these tracks, disable stretch, and what was the tempo of the other song. That's what you need to know. So the tempo is 133.03, a very specific tempo, but you have to know that in order to make this work effectively. So let's close this now that we've figured out the tempo. 133.003. So this is sort of going to be a watery, wavy intro. Now let's disable or enable stretch. No, let's disable stretch because we don't want them stretched at all. And now let's trim you down to here, and let's see what happens if we loop this section. So I'm sort of imagining this as a washed out intro. One thing to remember is that the levels are going to be all off when you, I just drew in an intro section using my template. You see it's labeled intro. And it's all going to be off because you have to mix it separately in Reason. So when you export it from Maschine, you just want to make sure nothing's clipping, and you want to make sure that the panning is right. Now, we'll copy this over, Control C, Control V, and then we'll add the ending to it. Import, and it's going to do these on separate tracks, but we don't really need that. We're going to disable stretch, disable this, and then really what we're going to do is come here. And this one has an extra bar on it, so it's going to be a little interesting, but if we just do it to eighths, it should probably be fine. Actually, I guess we can let it breathe a little bit. And we'll have to see exactly how it all fits. But so we're going to take these guys here, and we're going to bring them up, zoom out a bit, and bring them up and line them up with the rest of it. And we'll drag the label of intro all the way to here, make sure it sounds smooth. Okay, I haven't really put any effects on it or anything, but that will be coming. Import. And I haven't mixed it at all, so it will definitely, the levels are way off right now. And this is definitely going to be like on a washed out tapey effect. Disable stretch, and let's cut this to the right length first. Make the display bigger just so it's easier to see. And I can be cutting you to bar because you should be. Let's set you on a position that's easy enough. And now you should cut to right here. But like I said, I know that on this song, this last bar is a little extra long, so we need to go to eighth. And let's copy this a few times, and let's see just how well that worked. So that's more or less it. I want to do a tape stop effect there where you hear that fill. That's going to go, and then the drum fill will come in, and that's going to take some editing. But that's the sort of thing that would be just really a pain in the ass to edit in Maschine. So, we'll go back. We'll change this from being labeled intro to verse, and then we'll insert section 2. Import this. stretch. Set you to quarter or to bar. Make sure you'll grab it at the right spot for the loop. Now drop it here. That did not sit right. So what's going on? You need to, yes, because we're on bar. You need to be underneath. So. So what I would do is I would get the song basically laid out like this. We can now delete all of these colors of the rainbow. And rename them, like, you know, they would just be named vibes, strings, trombone, whatever. Get the song sort of arranged the way you want and start mixing it. And from there, that's how I would design, how I would use Maschine with Reason, sort of to get things started. And then I'd start layering instruments and mixing things on top of it in Reason and automating things. So I hope you found this helpful. If you'd leave a comment, subscribe, like, I'd really appreciate it. Have a great one. Bye-bye.